Okay, so today I'm working on a 2007 Acura MDX, and I was having trouble with the AC line. I went to recharge it, and the R134A was coming out. The blue cap is where you recharge it, by the way. But in my case, the refrigerant was coming out. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit here. It's kind of hard to see with all the other stuff going on. There's a little line down in there. Right there, that little silver line, that's where it was leaking. So I had to replace that line, which is a bare. When you take it out, it comes in one piece. The OEM part is in one piece, and it connects up here at the firewall. And it's the small tube on the left. See if I can get in there so you can see it. Okay, so the small tube on the left. It's got a 10mm bolt holding it in, and it goes all the way along here. And what you're going to want to do if you have to do this is you're going to want to document, either take pictures or you can follow with this video. I'll do the best I can to kind of show you the flow of it. But if you'll notice, it's it goes in behind the bigger pipe there, and then it trails along over here. It goes behind those pipes and to this black connector here. And that's actually the electrical connector for it. But then it's also connected down here at those two bolts where you screw those in together. But really the hard part is getting it all. When you buy a new one, it comes in two different parts so that you can get everything where it needs to be, but it's still a pain in the butt. So I spent probably 2 hours just messing with this thing. Again, that's my electrical connector. I haven't connected everything back yet, just so you can see what's going on here. There, okay, electrical connector on. Then it comes up here to, let's see here, to this blue port right here. And then it goes down, and here's where when you buy the two new parts, they're about $200 in an Acura store. Maybe you can find them cheaper, I'm not sure. But those bolts right down in there, that's where it's reconnected again. Again, huge pain in the butt to get to. And then it drops down and it comes around to the front of the car. So I have actually removed the grill on the front of the car. Here, I'm trying to hold light and zoom out at the same time. So I removed the apron across the top of the car, which was the part that goes across the top. And then you could get in, and you can see there will be 4 of the little plastic pop rivets on the inside of the grill. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can remove those once you get that apron off the top. You can do that. So I was getting along pretty well, because that pipe then comes out the front right down there. Try to zoom in here and get it focused for you, and goes right onto the front of, that would be the AC condenser. So it looks like a little radiator that's actually in front of your actual radiator for the car. But it goes in front of and it connects into the condenser there. Again, it's the same type of connection. It's just a 10mm bolt that's holding that line on. It's really hard to see because of how tight everything is. The tightness is the part that'll kill you on this, because you will go nuts trying to fish it back through around to the other side into the engine area from the front of the car. But just take your time. You can bend this stuff just a little bit, I found out. What else have I loosened? So I had to loosen, I took these bolts off. There's a bolt here, or there's a little bracket here, and a little bracket here that hold your radiator on. So I loosened those so I could move some stuff around. I actually took a bolt off of this piece right up here, so that I could have a little bit more flexibility to move things around to get it in there. What else have I had to do here? I don't have it clipped in yet, because I had to unclip this just to get there, like where it goes. Shoot, it's hard to do. This right here, there's just a little clip that it rests in, but the bigger line, the bigger AC line here, I actually unhooked it here so I could wiggle around to get that piece in. There's another place back here with the bigger AC line. right down there where I loosened that connection so I could move the big AC line. And then finally I figured out I had to take the bigger line out too at the firewall. So I just undid that bolt that you can see right there on the right. If you get rid of that first and you loosen up that big one, that bigger line, it's going to make your job a little easier. Sorry, I got a little piece of electrical tape hanging out here, but if you get that bigger line out of the way first, it's going to make your life a lot easier, and you're going to have to do it in the end anyway, just to even be able to tighten right in there to tighten that 10 millimeter that's holding on the little one. So a lot of fishing around in there to get it done. None of it is complicated other than it's just going to drive you insane because you got to remove all these little parts in tight spaces, especially when you go to reconnect them. Once you get your two lines together and you have to connect them here, that is a really tight space. I ended up moving my power steering fluid container, so that guy just kind of lifts up and sits down in there. If I can get it back in there, it'd be really cool. So that thing goes in there. I ended up removing my radiator reservoir, which goes this guy, so you can just pull it up and move it out of the way. But it's a pain in the butt, but it can be done, so good luck.